Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and their teams to achieve their greatest potential. This show is sponsored by the CLC team, and they provide team and individual coaching, team communication training, and a brand new mastermind group that begins on April 1st. Find out more about them at clcteam.com. Hey, so I hope you're doing great today because today I want to share with you how the words and actions of one of my past leaders made me feel. And truthfully, it really had some input on me getting out of the Air Force. Now, before I begin, let me just say that if you don't think you as a leader have an impact on your people and the way they feel, well, I think you better think again because you have a big impact whether you want to admit it or not. I also want to say that knowing what I know now about myself and how to take more control of my emotions, I just don't think this leader would have had the same impact on me. But I'm going to save some of that explanation for another episode. So, one of my last leaders in the Air Force was hands down the worst leader I ever had in my life. This leader treated most of the team members like dirt. I mean, just downright terrible. And this leader wouldn't miss an opportunity to embarrass anyone in front of others or just make other people look like fools to promote themselves. This leader made people just feel like crap. And it seemed like I had a big target on my chest for them to take aim at whenever they had the chance. I mean, like every time they saw me. Now, I'm purposely using they and this leader because I don't want to say whether this leader was a man or a woman, and I would never say their name. As a matter of fact, you'll only ever hear me say a name of a person on this show if I have something good to say about them. The thing is, as terrible of a leader as this person was, I actually learned a ton from them. I learned exactly how not to ever treat my team members. I mean, ever. Because I had a front row seat to the impact that that leader had on the entire team. And I learned that my final year or so in the Air Force would be to try to be a filter between that lousy leader and all my team members. You see, I wanted that leader's wrath to stop with me. I wanted all the negativity that that leader sent out stopped with me so my team members didn't feel the negative effect. And I was somewhat successful at being a filter in a way, but I couldn't absorb all the nastiness that that leader pumped out on a daily basis. The thing is, this leader made people feel awful on purpose. And my mentor, John Maxwell, well, he'd say that this leader was a level 1 leader, or the lowest level of leadership possible. You see, people followed this leader. However, they only followed the leader because they had to. And to tell you the truth, that leader had no hope of ever progressing to a higher level of leadership if they didn't change severely. As leaders, our words are absorbed by our people, and it goes through their filtering system. And if we say something negative, it can often impact their feelings and their behaviors. Ultimately, for me, my level of emotional intelligence was a lot lower back then. And I didn't have as much control over my reactions to negative words spoken to me as I do now. So I would react negatively. Today, however, I can confidently say that I'm in a better place to take in negative words, filter them, and then react in a more positive way, or at least most of the time. You see, we all have the tendency to focus on negative stuff that happens to us in our lives. We may get 100 likes on something we post on social media. And yet, if we get one negative comment, man, we have the tendency to focus on that one negative comment instead of the 100 positive things. And reprogramming ourselves to focus on the positive instead of that one negative often takes a lot of practice and support. So, today's challenge is for you to think about anything that you may have said to your team members that could have been taken in a negative way. And think about how it may have impacted them. And moving forward, be more positive and encouraging for them. Lead them so you inspire and motivate them. Be there for them and take care of them because they are your greatest resource. Hey, Encouraging and supporting is one of the primary benefits of being in a mastermind, as all of its members are vested in your success and helping you reach your full potential. The current mastermind begins on April 1st, or just under 2 weeks away. And this is a great opportunity to get in one where you can actually be a part of the structuring and the layout. So, if you want more information or you want to fill out an application, please visit clcteam.com and click on the Mastermind tab at the top of the page, or you can click on the link in today's show notes. And I just realized today that this link was the wrong link. So if you've been clicking on that, I apologize, but it should be corrected now. You can always email me directly at paul@clcteam.com if you have any questions about this, or if you want to share one of your leadership challenges so I can talk about it on the show. Hey, have a great rest of your day, and thanks for listening. Please join us again tomorrow for the weekend edition and the first day of spring. Until then, run to your challenges.